The song was first sung by a poet, a well-known poet from Calcutta. He went to the Besant Theosophical College in Madanapalli. It was in Madras state and now in round of applause for Sugana for really, getting us all here.
All have made it, but still we have not, we are missing Chandrika very much. And I'm very excited also. And thank you.
Thank you.
But one of them is a prince from Muduvedi.
Yeah.
We have athletes. We already know the athlete who was shining for us when he was with us. Narayan, who's come here. Also, it looks like Girish's father fudged his birth date and he's probably the youngest. Overwhelmingly, Narayana is the youngest. You just look at Narayana, he looks like he's the youngest. And we've got other man-runners, we have cyclists, we have Bharatanatyam dancers, we have freestyle dancers, and the host is an excellent freestyle dancer with Veena, Champaka, Varini, and Shailaja, who are going to sing the. I suspect it's going to be Shuklam Bharatanatyam. Not sure.
ಸಂತೋಷದ ಈ ಶುಭ ಮಿಲನ ಎಂದೆಂದು ನೆನಪಿರಲಿ ಈ ಸುದಿನ ಸಂತೋಷದ ಈ ಶುಭ ಮಿಲನ. This is instead of Chandrika. Chandrika was going to sing this song.
Very excited.
So we have just sung 3 sentences. Thank you.
But it said he wanted to speak something to the audience. So I'm going to get Rajshekhar here to tell us what he wants to tell us.
Don't make us cry. Yeah, so I just wanted to do this as a welcome speech, and so I'm going to make it short because I'm going to maybe, if the time permits, talk the long one later. So, but I'll start thanking Sugana mainly for her and her team, secondarily for arranging this very important MMC reunion. She and her team have sacrificed their precious time, so immense thanks to Sugana and who supported her. I said this is a very important meeting because this is an iconic MMC reunion for the fact that we are going to turn 60. And some of us have already crossed that milestone already. And there was a time in our life, when we were small, when Prakash was there, when Kapil Dev and Ravi Shastri were turning 30, 35, we used to call them Buddha, Tata, and look where we are now. We were 60, but we still feel young, right? I don't think we feel old, do we? Probably not. At least I don't feel that old. But anyway, when I was, but at times, even though I don't feel old, when I look at my age, when I write my birth date, maybe I'm getting old. So then I told my son, I'm getting old. He said, Dad, don't worry, old age doesn't last too long. So look at that. Yeah, so when he said that, it's kind of interesting reply, So the moral is we already do not have enough time. So we should not waste any more time in future by worrying or giving excuses. So accept the present and enjoy. So all of you have shown how important this reunion is by coming here, and great applause to all for your time and thanks for coming here. Like for example, look at Vijay, Girish and myself, we have come from far, and all of you have come from various places, putting a lot of effort. So I welcome you all for giving each of us a gift of time and your affectionate company, and we are going to enjoy this for the next 3 days. Then we are at a place in our life where financially and professionally we are reasonably placed, and sometimes our body cannot do what our mind wants to do. But no matter how our body does not want to listen to our mind, still let us jam, let's dance, let's sing, let's help each other, let's chat, and let's do as much gossip as possible to make this a memorable meeting. Then when I told my wife that I'm going to talk a couple times in this meeting, she was surprised because it was hard for her to believe that I can talk well. Because I never won any arguments with her while talking. Only time I won was when I was silent. That partially won, hopefully. Then because when I was silent, she probably thought that she may not be completely right. Not wrong, but cannot be completely right. So she thought that I'm better off not talking or keeping my mouth shut. But I said, anyway, I'm going to talk. Now I'm getting old. I will do whatever I want within reason so that I do not regret that I should have done this, I should not have done that, things like that. So when I was talking to Vijay the other day, he said MMC days were the best days of our life. Most of us agree with that. And this is why this reunion is, in this reunion, I will say my longer speech in future if you have time.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And the ramp walkers basically means that everybody in this room will do a ramp walk.
शामी आने के पहले जजरी और नीले आसमाने के तले
That's excellent. What about a round of applause to these?
ಸ್ಮೈಲ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ರೀ ಮಂಚಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ರೀ
ವೇಟ್ ವೇಟ್
Ambika ವಿಜಯಪುರತಾವ ಕಂಡುಡುಕಿ ಕನ್ಸು ತೇರಿ ಬರುತ್ತಾವ ಹುಡುಕಿ ಕನ್ಸು ತೇರಿ ಬರುತ್ತಾವ ಹುಡುಕಿ ನೀ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ನೀ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತವ ಚಾಚಿ ಬೆರಳ ಚಂದ್ರಮ ಕನ್ನಡಿ ಹರಳ ಚಿಕ್ಕಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತವ ಚಾಚಿ ಬೆರಳ ಚಂದ್ರಮ ಕನ್ನಡಿ ಹರಳ ಮನಸ್ಸೋತು ಆಯಿತು ಮರುಳ ಮನಸ್ಸೋತು ಆಯಿತು ಮರುಳ ನೀ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ನೀ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಘಮ ಘಮ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತವ ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ನೀ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ನೀ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಆ
जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए जब कोई मुश्किल बढ़ जाए लेना साथ मेरा जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए जब कोई मुश्किल बढ़ जाए लेना साथ मेरा
वफादारी की वो रस्में निभाएंगे हम तुम कसमें एक भी सांस जिंदगी की जब तक हो अपनी बस
ನಿನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿನ್ನ ಜೀವನ ಸಾಗಲು
पल दिल के साथ तुम रहती हो जीवन में प्यार तुम कहती हो पल पल दिल के साथ तुम रहती हो
न वो समझ सके न हम
ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಮರೆತು ನಾನಿರಲಾರೆ. ಎಂದೆಂದೂ ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ಅಗಲಿ ನಾನಿರಲಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷಣ ಮಂಜರುಳಿ ನಾ ತಾಳಲಾರೆ.
ನನ್ನ ನಿನ್ನ ಮನವು ಸೇರಿತು ನನ್ನ ನಿನ್ನ ಹೃದಯ ಹಾಡಿತು ನನ್ನ ಮನವು ಸೇರಿತು ನನ್ನ ನಿನ್ನ ಹೃದಯ ಹಾಡಿತು.
ಈ ನಡ ಚಂದ ಈ ಸೊಬಗಂದ
ಊರೇ ಹೋರಾಡಲಿ ನಿನಗೆ ಭಂಗವಿಲ್ಲ ಎಮ್ಮೆ ನಿನಗೆ ಸಾಟಿ ಬಿಸಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ಚಳಿಗಳು ಅಳುಕದೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಸಾಗುವೆ ಕರವೈ ಕರವೈ ಕರವೈ.
ಹಾಡಿನ ದೇಶ
12 ವರ್ಷ ನನ್ನ ರೋಷ 100 ವರ್ಷ
Drunk brain.
Six letters.
Yes.
Okay.
No speaking.
dumb.
First thing, you're not supposed to speak.
Kid.
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 First one.
5 years.
Large interest.
Opposite of large.
Small intestine. 5-letter word.
You.
Large. Large intestine.
Large Stop.
Large
Transfer.
intestine.
Seek.
Got it.
Two words.
First word. Continue. Bye. Maatadangilla. First one.
Two parts. First. Okay.
Second part. Second letter word.
Chain.
Sympathetic chain. First one. First half of the first word. Sounds like. Here. Eustachian.
Wow.
First on. High.
You're on the right track. You may as well show the body part.
Gluteus.
Body part.
Optic nerve.
First one. Audience.
First one big toe, next four.
Lens.
Eye.
Specs.
Three words. First word.
Small. Kid.
Little.
Minor.
Mini.
Throat.
Little.
Muscle.
She's pointing in the right direction.
First word, huh? Small.
Gets attached to this bone, huh? Something from here to
Small
here.
head.
Aorta.
Submandibular.
In the right direction.
Good, Shashi.
Okay, well
done, well done.
33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 26.
Okay, now
So, first of all, I'm really very happy to meet you all, and I decided to engage myself a little bit more this time, and also I encourage you to do so. The folks, the time is running out, and we need to have good memories and cherish and look back on. And I was planning to say, I know one of the Kannada song was there, like Savinenapugulu Beku Saviyali Badaku. That song really makes me feel good about it. You know, it's a really very good song. It makes us that memories are very important in life to have cherish and relish our life. And now I think, and I wish I had the wisdom I have now when I was in medical school. I would have enjoyed all of your company better. Maybe I would have shaped my life better. Maybe I could have used my career better. But I also think that many times I wonder, maybe we needed good mentors when we were in medical school and when we were choosing our careers and what to do. But I don't think we had really any mentors. We had to figure out our life ourselves. Even now, it's not too late. We can get the mentor. When you say mentor, it doesn't have to be a teacher. It doesn't have to be somebody with a wise man. Mentor can be more than one. Mentor can be either your colleague, your teacher, your parent, or your somebody who had made mistakes and tell you not to do the same mistakes. It can be like that. So over the years, I've become really, really very happy, and also because I've made some wise decisions. And even though I doubted myself many times, and then I learned a few things during my career so far, and I'm going to put some of these thoughts into the words. So why I feel so. So one thing I learned from my medical school is that you can be anything and still be successful. But key thing is that you have to be original. Don't try to copy anybody else. Like for example, you can be introvert, still be like an influential person that you can impress the people. You can be extrovert, you can still impress the people. Like for example, Girish is very extrovert and he really makes jokes and he attracts people and people like it. But I am quite introvert. If I try to become Girish, I will not be successful. But still when I go to conferences, when I go to interact with people, a lot of people like me even though I am introvert because the way I interact, it makes them feel somewhat comfortable and they kind of share their thoughts with me. So one thing I learned in my medical school is be yourself, don't try to copy anybody else. Then you can be yourself and be successful. And also one thing is that I learned that you have to have a clear goal and thoughts to do whatever you want. And if you have a wrong focus and materialistic approach in life, you probably will not succeed. Like for example, you can have an narcolepsy and still be a very good successful pediatrician in Mysore. Or you can be talking about girls all the time, but still be a very famous laparoscopic surgeon. Or you can be romanticizing all the time, can still be a very famous practitioner in Manfield, Ohio. Or you can be silly and immature and still have a very successful career spread all over the world, like in USA, England, Singapore, Bangalore and Dubai. And you can be thinking a lot about tennis and music all the time and still be a famous nephrologist in Bangalore. Or you can be a mother and still be a famous and have a roaring practice in Bombay. And you can be a hidden genius, keeping your talent hidden, but now can become a coveted chairman of pediatrics in Sacramento, California. Yes, you can be a runner and practice. Or like Lokesh, you can be a great primary care doctor in US in India. But also you can be academically brilliant, but you can vanish into endocrine practice in Austin, Texas, and do not have any contact with your colleagues. And you can be HOD of a OBG in a government hospital, but can still be lost with ego and wrong prioritization without any contact with your family and with the distracted family life. And you may be a good cardiologist, but try to do restaurant business and lost touch with all your friends and lost, supported during your and lost contact with your friends who supported you a lot more during your MBBS. And also, when I looked at it, I'm very impressed with Buddha's teaching because he taught by experiences. Whenever he told people to be happy, whenever he told how to practice, he always talked with his practice, with the experiences. He never really went to theory. He was always very practical. During his time, when the Buddha's time, it was very hard to convince people of anything. But he was so successful in conveying his thoughts. They were very clear, very simple, and he showed people how to be happy and also to accept the realities. But still, he failed in his life, I think, by abandoning his family who needed him most. But Buddha realized this at the end, and he went back to his family to fulfill his commitments. But it was a little late, but still I was happy that he went back and did some of the things I thought it was a mistake by him in his life. And this is the reason I made a point to come to this reunion, because I cannot abandon my MMC family.
Yes, good. It is great of you all to come all the way. It's not easy.
So when I was moving to Texas from Indianapolis, I told my son, who was just 10 years old, that we will be moving to a new place and we will be moving out of this house. That was a very beautiful house. And I was feeling bad that, I know he takes it. And he just told me one sentence in the most beautiful way possible. I don't think anybody can put such a sentiment into one sentence. He told, Dad, don't worry. I have enough great memories of this house which will last my lifetime. That's all he said. Oh my gosh. That taught me that accepting the changes and focusing on positives, no matter what situation you are key to have a worry-free life. He just taught me by just that one sentence. And now, because we are almost in second half of our career, second half of our life, what should be our goal in rest of our life? Sometimes, I feel like, I was feeling like down a little bit. Then I felt that, I have not achieved as much as some of my friends, like Nusimha being a chairman, Ashiram being a dean, and Rangaswamy being Adhikari being the HODs, and Ramesh OBG and Ramesh Ranganathan being so successful and famous, Rajeshwari being famous, and Vijay having a great practice in Ohio. And I was kind of, but the point I was trying to make is that I'm comparing myself to somebody and thinking that maybe I have not accomplished. But you never know. You might have accomplished more than them, but you don't know. But you think that you have not accomplished that well. So I said this to my son. Then you know what he said? Dad, do you know how many people like to be in your shoes? A lot of people will give almost anything to be you. And why are you complaining?
Good.
And I thought, okay, from then onwards I stopped comparing myself to another. And everybody is unique, and just do your best and be happy. One of the great teachings of Bhagavad Gita, Karmanya Vadikaraste Ma Paleshu Kadacham. Just do your job very well, and that's it. Then one of the thing, and from that point, I almost become from little depressed to hypomania. Nowadays, I'm always happy. It may be still, whatever it is, even if it's hypomaniac state, I'm happy. How does it matter? As long as I do my duties well, do my work well, if you are a little more happy and if you a little more show off, that's okay. Just enjoy your life. Then, what should we do next? Remaining our the rest of our career and rest of our life, whatever is left. So one thing I've realized that what drives people to do what they want is not the money. What drives them to do what they want is that they want recognition, they want the sense of accomplishment and sense of giving to the community and giving to the society and things like that. Basically, they want to contribute. That's what it is, contribution to the society. So you just do your work. Do not expect any rewards. If it comes, it's good. Otherwise, do what you think is right, what you want to do, and continue to do that. And one thing on top of it is that you should always value your relationships. You should always value your commitments. That is mainly to your family, your spouse, your children, your parents, your friends, and your society, immediate society. That's what will make you happy. A lot of my friends, actually, it's so great that in our class, not too many people are divorced. But I have a lot of great friends. They are great researchers. They are great clinicians. They are great at what they do. But they focused only on their career. They forget everything else. They forgot their family. They forgot their children. Then they end up having divorce. They end up having the children which they did not what they wanted it to be. So the key thing is balance. You can achieve what you want in your career, but never neglect your responsibility. That's what I was feeling about Buddha too. He kind of forgot his responsibilities when he left his family. But so key thing that make sure that you value your relationship to be happy, your family, friends, your spouse, your children. Then then other thing is that I was talking to my son. My son comes out with these things. I don't know where he gets it. He was so good. So I always wonder, what is the purpose of life? What exactly that means? So my son told me that the purpose of life is try to achieve the full potential, whatever you have. It doesn't mean that you will succeed, but what it is trying to achieve. To give an example, like you have a tree has a seed, right? What is the purpose of the seed? Purpose of the seed is to become a full-grown tree and to give the seeds back. Whether the seed will become a tree or not is immaterial. The seed should try whatever it can to become another tree. That's what it is. So whatever your purpose is, whatever your potentials, if you want to be a good singer, if you want to be a great doctor, if you want to be a good actor, whatever it is, try to become that and enjoy that process of trying to become one. If it happens, good. If it half happens, it's good. If 1/4 happens, good. 10% happens, it's good. Whatever it happens, accept it and be happy. That's what it is. So the purpose of life is to achieve our full potential. Then lately he was telling, I was asking the same question to him. He said, what is the purpose of life, Harush? Dad, there is no purpose in life. Don't overthink. Just enjoy life. There is no purpose in life. Just enjoy. Just do the right thing. That's it. Don't overthink. So that told me a couple of things. One is do your best and try to achieve your full potential. But also don't overthink. So that you will be happy. Then the third more important thing to be happy is stay out of jail. So what that means is that do not do lie or steal or do unlawful things. So that whatever you do should be truthful, whatever you do should be acceptable and to the norm. And don't try to make too much money. Like a lot of friends have in the USA that doctors, they went to jail because they practice some of the most unethical practice. Like one cardiologist was putting stents on everybody when there were no need. And somebody was charging for giving vaccination to the kids when he never gave vaccination to make money. They made millions of dollars. I don't know why they were doing that. So that's what I was telling that do not do any unethical things or unlawful things. So to stay out of jail, then you will be happy. So this is what I just wanted to tell. Actually, I wanted to talk a lot more in a more detailed way, but because of the lack of time, I just summarized into these small preachings or whatever you call. And my wife tells me, why are you preaching everybody? I said, why not? I've become happier. I can never be more happier than what I am now. And I thought, I'll just try to put this into words. And they don't have to take it. You don't have to take these things. You just have to listen and see what I thought, what why I'm happy, why I feel so successful, and think about it and adapt this to the way you want. And that's all I wanted to say.
किया तूने क्या इशारा मेरे मन को किया तूने क्या इशारा बदला ये मौसम लगे प्यारा जग सारा छूकर मेरे मन को किया तूने क्या इशारा बदला ये मौसम लगे प्यारा जग सारा छूकर मेरे मन को किया तूने क्या इशारा जीवन भर तेरे